Hey, in today's episode, I'm going to help you to master YouTube with something I'm calling the 5 sacred P's of YouTube. The 5 sacred P's of YouTube, this is more or less a masterclass on how to create excellent videos that people love, to help your channel to grow, to help your business to grow, and to help you feel really confident on this platform. If you're new to this channel, I've been on here for 16 years and I've been doing all kinds of, you know, niches and all kinds of topics. And here lately, I've been really passionate about helping beautiful business owners like you to get comfortable on this platform so you can do your life's work. And so I'm guaranteeing, and I don't like to speak in absolutes, but I'm going to speak absolutely. I guarantee that when you approach this platform with a emphasis on skill over strategy, and you get really good at what matters, I promise you that your channel will grow. And I promise you, if you don't do that, your channel will never grow. So here's why I love YouTube. Before I put some stuff on the screen, why I love YouTube is because it really is a blue ocean. It truly is. It's not saturated. Everybody who's talking about how saturated it is, it's not. This is the best time in history to be on YouTube. And there's never going to be a bad time to be on YouTube, I don't believe. And here's why. Because people are never going to watch videos that they don't like. I'm going to just let that lay there for a second. People are never going to watch videos that they don't like. You can't make me watch a video I don't like. I can't make you watch a video you don't like. So the ultimate question here on YouTube is not how do I get the most views on my video? It's how do I make a good video? And I'm going to give you the first P of the 5 sacred P's, and that's planning. 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 Planning your channel like it's a professional production. It doesn't have to be a listen, I want you to understand what I'm saying here. I don't care if you're filming with a potato. The first 5 years of this channel, go sort by oldest. You can see I filmed on a potato. I was filming with a russet potato, that may or may not be complete truth. I may or may not have put like a literal straw into a russet potato and put a little like light on my face through a mesh pantyhose and then popped it up on YouTube and called it a video, but nobody cared. And I still got millions of views per video. So I'm not telling you need high production. But what I'm saying is if you start coming to this like a professional and you don't wing it with your content calendar, and you don't wing it with the days that you're going to film, and you don't wing it with what you're going to say in your videos are going to stand out, and your videos are going to be much better than if you didn't have that. So when you're first starting out, have an idea of when are you going to film. Even if you're really busy and you only have 1 hour a month to film, that's all you need. Take an hour a month to film. What are you going to film on your first Saturday of every month? When are you going to film? Also, when are you going to upload? Pick an upload schedule. My first year or two, I was really consistent with all of it. So plan your videos. Also write out a couple key points and get clear on your videos. Really important. Plan. Treat this like a professional production. When you start really being an excellent boss to yourself and keeping yourself accountable, you don't have to be like super strict. You don't have to be a drill sergeant with it, but hold yourself accountable. Have your own back. Be consistent with yourself and plan out your stuff. Your videos will elevate to a level that is excellent. Okay, let's move on to the next P, and that's premise. Oh, dang. Premise. We need the bell for this. This is probably my favorite P. Premise. I want you to say this out loud with me. If you're watching this, I want you to stop multitasking. If you're doing something else, just say this out loud with me. Good premise equals a good video. Good premise equals good video. Good premise equals a good video. I need this to be some kind of a song. If I had any musical ability, I would bust into a song right now. But what a premise is the point. The premise is the point. And I have a couple, a quick little visual that I'm going to pop up here. Premise is the point, meaning, AKA, what is the point? If you can answer this in a way a third grader would understand, you have a clear premise. If you ask, what is the point of the video? You have a clear premise if you can explain it to a third grader. So I have an example here. I have a little sticky note that's got a bunch of stuff on it. I have some of these all over my house. And each idea that you write down in your notebooks every morning, it's like a little ball of clay. Okay. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's good or bad. And there is no such thing as a good or bad idea. Okay. I don't believe that in that first phase of thinking up content and thinking up your life's work and opening your mind, the aperture of your mind to what wants to come out and through you, that we need to label things as good or bad. I have one thing written down here about devotion to work as a sacred practice. This is a little tiny ball of clay, and I haven't created a video on it, though it's something that's been in my heart and it's something that I hold dear and it's an important topic to me. I haven't made a video on it because I'm not yet clear about what would I say to a third grader about what is the point. I could certainly say to a third grader about that. Um, Grown-ups really need to work, but if grown-ups take work from a space of love, they'll enjoy their work and the work will be much better. But it's just not clear enough to me that that's a solid premise, that that's a solid point. So long story short, if you can explain the point of your video to a third grader, you've got yourself a clear premise. I'm not saying, by the way, because we have high level teachers on this channel, I'm not saying that you can only talk about third grade level stuff. I'm saying that if you can explain it to a third grader, you have a clear premise. Albert Einstein once said, if you can explain your teachings to a third grader, you have a clear understanding of your point. If you can't, you don't yet. So that's just kind of to give you an idea. But the second part of premise, there's two parts to premise. So every time you have an idea, first ask that first question. What is the point? Can I explain it to a third grader? And then we're going to ask the second question. And the second question is this solving a problem that people want to solve? Is this solving a problem that people want to solve? Now, sometimes we can't know for sure, and we'll have to post it anyway. But for instance, devotion to work as a sacred practice, that's the raw bones of this idea, but that's not, I haven't yet shaped the clay of it. So the angle that I could take with this, there's about 1 million different angles I could take with this little ball of clay to solve problems for people that they might need to have solved. For instance, devotion as a sacred practice to your work could really help. Potentially, I'm just giving you for instance, it could really help people to solve for hating the work that they do and really not enjoying work, just period. And what do we do with that? Like, how do we stop doing the work that we hate and start doing the work that we love? Right. And so that's an angle that I could possibly take with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that video yet, but I'm just showing you how to work a premise, how to kind of work through a premise. Even just considering these things, by the way, if you just take the time to have a little bit of self-awareness, just a tiny bit of self-awareness, I'm talking like a quarter of a teaspoon. You know, those little mini teaspoons in the teaspoon set that almost nobody uses, the little eighth of a teaspoon of self-awareness to ask these questions about your video before you upload them is going to make your video so much better. Because not a lot of people are asking these questions. Most people don't really stop to consider what exactly is the solving for? What exactly is the point? What exactly is the premise? Here's a quick tip. Quick tip. I have to ring the bell for this. Please say this out loud with me. Oh my God, please. Please. Buy my thing is not a solid premise. Buy my thing is not a solid premise. And that's, I know that I'm sounding a little bit like the Riddler, maybe that sounds a little bit like a koan, because I'm here to help you to grow your business and make great money on the internet doing things that you love doing. And so of course I'm here to help you to get money and to grow your business and to grow your YouTube channel. But the premise of our videos must be solid. And if they honor those 2 points that I just covered, and leave the money all the way out of it. Don't talk about, your promotions in the video until it's the right time. We can promote our stuff in our videos, to be clear, but that can't be like the main point of the video. Okay. That can't be. This is going to be a little bit long, but I'm just going to go for it. So I recently came across a coach who is a dating coach who put up an Instagram reel that was basically one big giant sales pitch for an upcoming event. And it was basically a watered down teaching. He had some kind of weird watered down premise in the beginning where he said, a lot of women are saying that it's hard to date right now. And they're saying that there's no good men out there, but there are good men out there. And if you change the way you think about men, the men you attract to you changes. And I'm doing a workshop all about XYZ, and it's going to help you to XYZ. And the whole premise of the thing, it was kind of watered down. It wasn't very helpful. There wasn't a lot of meat there. It was just very much watered down. And that is something that I see out in the streets quite a bit. So we earn the right to mention our products, our services, our offerings in the video. That's fine, but it can't be the main point of the video. Okay. Now let's move on to the next P. The next P is going to be presence. Presence. This is how you show up on camera. This is how you show up for your work. It's how you punch through the camera. So the best way to punch through the camera is to just be you. Just be you. Be you. And then maybe you could dial up your personality about like one notch. Just being you. No matter if the camera's on you or not. If you want to really master camera presence, I just did a video about how to be you on camera, and you can check that out right here. Okay. That's kind of a masterclass on how to show up naturally on camera. Just be yourself. Okay. Another tip I'm going to give for presence. I want you to say this out loud with me for presence. Okay. I want you to say, I am myself all the time. I am always me all the time. I am myself all the time. I am me all the time, whether there's a camera in front of me or not. So if you can just be yourself, be you in front of the camera and really give yourself to your work, it really punches through the camera so much. Okay, so let's move on to the next P. And the next P is packaging. Packaging. Packaging is your editing, your titles, your thumbnails. And can you see how already at this point of the video, there's a lot to all of this? One more time. If we rise above the superficial level of YouTube, where we're using it as a means to an end, and we're kind of degrading the whole process as kind of this like weird strategy game, and we're trying to mess with keywords, and we're messing with SEO, and we're messing around in the analytics dashboard and all this silly stuff that doesn't really do anything to improve our skill set. If instead of wasting time trying to play Twister with the whole thing, we just get really good at these things that I'm talking about, you'll be untouchable here on YouTube. You'll get really great viewership, and you'll have an audience of people who love your stuff. Who cares if we get 1 million views a video? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about getting some really substantive people gathering around you, hearing you speak, listening to your messages. That's going to happen when you get really good at these skills. Okay. So let us not hide our beautiful videos behind obscure titles and thumbnails. So on the screen, as you can see, the human eye really doesn't like all the busyness on the right. It really likes the simplicity. And there's like a sense of relief when you look at the simplicity. I'm saying this because a lot of people come to YouTube thinking they need to design a really fancy thumbnail. They need to get in there with a bunch of AI. They need to make really loud thumbnails with all this stuff in the background and over design it. As you can see from my channel, I'm really against overly designed thumbnails. I really don't like overly designed thumbnails because simple is clear and clear gets clicked. I should trademark that saying. That came out really nice. Simple is clear and clear gets clicked. If your thumbnails are way too busy and over designed and just all over the place, the eye wants to look away. So keep your thumbnails really simple. Also keep your titles and your thumbnails pointed to the key benefit, pointed to that premise, pointed to what's in it for the viewer. Keeping it really simple. Let's move on to the next P. And the next P is promotion. Promotion is foreign to a lot of people when they start doing online stuff. They're not used to saying, hey, check out my thing. Now, obviously, YouTube has a feed, and obviously your videos get put into the feed. But when you're first starting out, it's really important for us, for you, for me. for all of us to do our part in promoting our work. So when I first started this channel, I did something called guerrilla marketing. A term called guerrilla marketing is something I learned about when I first started. And that's basically like the premise of it is to just do whatever you need to do to get your work out into the world to grow your business. Guerrilla marketing means contact your friends and say, "Hey, friend, here's a video I just did. Please share it with anyone you know that could use some help with this." Posting your videos everywhere that you normally post. If you have an Instagram and you've got some friends and family, and this is kind of new for you, I know that the initial reaction is like, oh, you're kind of embarrassed or maybe a little shy of your work. Stop it. Stop it. You're going to be really proud of your work and you're going to be really proud to promote the videos that you create. I'm talking about get on Nextdoor, post on Reddit if you want. I don't think Reddit really loves self-promotion, but if there's a subreddit about your topic and you've created a video and you think it'll be helpful to a subreddit, you can say, "Hey, I'm a teacher of XYZ and I just made a video teaching all about XYZ. I think this is going to be really helpful." Get onto LinkedIn. You know, if you're still on Instagram, this is the one use case for Instagram. You know how I feel about Instagram, but start training your people on Instagram to start watching your YouTube videos. Every time that you create a YouTube video, if you still have an Instagram audience watching your reels, say, "Hey, I did a YouTube video. Comment unicorn dust and I'll send it to your inbox," and have them start watching your YouTube videos. Okay. Really important to start promoting yourself. Get really proud of the work that you do. If you're not proud of the work that you do, or you're too shy to promote the work that you do, it's really hard to grow your platform. It's really hard to grow your audience. So get really proud of the work that you're doing and ask your people, your inner circle, to start sharing. Don't spam people, but just, get out there and start promoting. It's important for me to mention that we're going to be covering all this. This requires a bell. We're going to be covering all this in the YouTube Breakthrough Challenge. So the YouTube Breakthrough Challenge is coming up very soon, and I want you to join the wait list. When you join the wait list, you get first dibs on tickets. So the YouTube Breakthrough Challenge is a 5-day live experience that has a 99% satisfaction and success rate. People love the YouTube Breakthrough Challenge. So go to brendaturner.com/YT to get yourself on the wait list, and you'll be the first person to know about when the doors open. The doors are opening any day now, and everybody that's on the wait list, I announce it to the wait list first. And if the tickets sell out to the wait list, then they're sold out. It almost sold out to the wait list last time, and I think there's a really good chance it'll probably sell out to the wait list this time. So we'll see what happens. But I'm really excited for the YouTube Breakthrough Challenge. Definitely going to want to join the wait list so that we can have 5 beautiful days of creating, getting really good at these skills that I covered today. And I'm really excited to see all of your beautiful glitter covered alien faces in this upcoming challenge. And if you want to learn more about how to show up and really be yourself on camera, like I mentioned early in this video, you're going to want to check out this, where I teach you all about how to be you on camera. Don't miss it. I'll see you in the next episode.